Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to SIRENNET Television. We're over here at the H&W Pacific Emergency Vehicle Group facility and we're going to take a look at their brand new Crimson initial attack pumper with Mike Butler. So Mike, fill us in on this rig.
This is a Crimson, as you said, initial attack pumper. This is part of their Classic series. This is built at their facility in Florida. So it's built on a Ford F550 crew cab four-wheel drive chassis with a diesel motor. This is a CAFS pumper, which really sets it apart from other small apparatus. A lot of times a CAFS pumper is a lot larger, but they have been able to build a CAFS unit and combine it into a small compact package. So this actually has a 1250 GPM pump, which is very large for this size of apparatus. Usually you expect a 500 GPM pump max on a vehicle like this. But with the combination of the CAFS, a small water tank, it creates a very formidable firefighting piece of apparatus.
Okay, well, we're also going to have the fire crew here at H&W Pacific charge a line and get some water pumping for us as well. Are they going to use foam or are they just going to use water?
They're going to use CAFS. This is what Classic calls their one-touch CAFS system.
Can I ask you to explain what CAFS is for those of us who don't know?
CAFS stands for Compressed Air Foam System. So what it does is this truck has a compressor on it and it injects air into the foam and the water, so when it flows out the end of the hose line, it actually has the aspirated foam already coming out. So it creates very large bubbles and it allows the water to be utilized much further than what it would normally be if they're just flowing water. You can see the large bubbles that are coming out here. So a CAFS system can be adjusted to either wet foam or dry foam depending upon the actual fire situation. So he's laying down a blanket of large foam bubbles, so that can be used for really any firefighting situation, whether it's a structural fire, wildland fire, any type of a combustible material. But the foam is very effective, and like I said, it allows maybe 200 gallons to turn into a much larger amount of firefighting solution.
Now this particular apparatus right now is working off a hydrant. If it was working off its main tank, roughly about how much water would it have and how long would it take to dispense all that?
I believe this truck has about 200 gallons of water in the tank. Really, it depends. Time is hard to say because it depends upon how much water he's actually flowing, but you know, the expansion rate is phenomenal compared to what you'd get with just a straight 200 gallons of water.
Well, we're going to quickly chat with Mitch James here at H&W Pacific. He's going to tell us a little bit about the CAFS system and the pump unit that's available on this initial attack pumper from Crimson. So Mitch, fill us in on it.
What we have here is a 1,250 gallon a minute water pump, standard in the fire industry, with a 200 CFM rotary screw compressor. Also with a Hale foam logic foam system. By injecting concentrate into the water stream, we get a foam solution. By adding air to it, we now come up with CAFS, which is a compressed air foam system. This system is another firefighting tool to do a rapid reduction of heat, much faster knockdown on fires with much less water. So typically when they're using it, they can stretch their water usage about 4 times. Okay? The systems in the old days were very, very complicated to run. What Crimson and Classic has done here is created a one-touch CAFS. Once we start our water flow, all we have to do is push one button. It automatically turns on the foam system, automatically turns on the compressor. Everything is automatically balanced. And by just adjusting the water valve, they can go from a dry foam, fluid foam, or wet foam, depending on the application that they need.
And is this something that's unique to Crimson, or is this something that's generally available in the fire service?
This is available in the fire service. Compressed air foam systems have been out since the late 1970s. They have evolved through several evolutions. Some of them were very, very complicated, took a full-time operator to run, monitoring all systems to make sure everything was up to speed. Nowadays, with one touch, you can hit the one button and not worry about it, and away you go.
So this again is designed essentially for a small rural fire department, or urban fire department?
This is designed for all fire departments, municipal as well as rural. It's designed to be used on almost every fire. Like I said, it is a firefighting tool. It will do a much faster knockdown and rapid reduction of the heat, to get the firefighters off away from the scene in the home a lot quicker. A lot of advantages are also lighter hose lines because it's filled with compressed air and not full of water. So it's a big firefighting tool, and there's a lot of safety features involved with this. Over the last 10 years, it's becoming more and more understood and being used in the fire service. And one of the things we need to do is keep it simple, keep it safe.
Keep it simple, keep it safe. That's a good way to look at it. Well, any other particular interesting features about this particular piece of fire apparatus?
This particular one here, this compressed air foam system with this size pump, has been designed in a very, very small package. The 1,250 gallon a minute pump, 200 CFM compressor, typically are found on Class A full-size pumpers. This being on a Ford F550 and in a much smaller package with 400 gallons of water, 20 gallons of Class A concentrate. And as you can see, the pump panel is very small and compact compared to full-size Class A pumpers. So this gives them the initial attack in a small package at a smaller price.
Fantastic, fantastic. And in the compartment areas there, is there any unique features, or are they just pretty much standard?
They're pretty much standard. Compartmentation, just like on all apparatus, they're being designed to take more equipment. To house more stuff, we have to have multi-purpose vehicles. The one thing that roll-up doors are becoming more and more popular. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Can be configured to the customer's expectations.
Well, Mitch, again, thank you very much for setting this up for us. I appreciate it, man.
We'll finish cleaning our system.
Okay, thank you. Well, Mike, thanks very much for letting us see this particular Crimson initial attack pumper in use. It's interesting to see how it all comes together. And this, again, is something that is available over at H&W Pacific?
Correct. This is a Crimson demonstrator, so it's available immediately for delivery.
Fantastic. Well, again, many thanks for watching. I'm Stuart.